So I'm now pleased to welcome to the stage Kyla Olson, an AmeriCorps member with Recovery Corps and also a member of our Intercorps Council. Kyla.
Hi everyone, and thank you for having me here today. I am truly humbled and grateful. As Audrey said, my name is Kyla, and I'm a person in long-term recovery, which means I have not used alcohol since January 28th of 2018. Thank you. Recovery has taught me that it's never too late to build a more meaningful life, and that every person has the capacity for change. I am now the person I needed so badly in my addiction and in my early recovery. I make my bed every single morning. I pay my bills, I hold myself accountable, and I show up for friends, family, and others in need. Where I was once lost, hopeless, and miserable, I am now joyful, passionate, grateful, and excited for my future. We've reached a crisis in the United States. In the US alone, the disease of addiction kills one person every 8 minutes. In 2017, a record 19.7 million Americans battled a substance use disorder. Drug abuse has cost the American society more than $740 billion annually in lost workplace productivity, healthcare, and crime-related costs. As grim as those numbers are, let me share with you one more. 23 million. That's the number of people today who are in active and meaningful recovery. This is my first year in AmeriCorps, and I'm serving at Pease as a Recovery Corps navigator. Recovery Corps is a call to action that places its members in the recovery community to meet clients where they're at. Not only is a Recovery Corps an asset for the clients we serve, but for its members as well. After 14 years of alcohol abuse and 28 days in inpatient treatment, I was completely and utterly lost. I was told there were things I had to do and beliefs I had to surrender to in order to survive my disease and recover. But those things I was told to do were not beneficial to me or my recovery, and they didn't feel right. I was told more than once I might not be a true alcoholic because of how I chose to recover. I didn't know where to go. I was completely lost and hopeless, back to feeling unaccepted and an outcast. This is until I took my recovery into my own hands and paved my own path. I found what worked for me. This, unfortunately, is not an uncommon experience, and that's where Recovery Corps steps in. Today I serve at Pease Academy. Pease, which is the oldest recovery nation in the high school, or in the oldest recovery high school in the nation, stands for Peers Enjoying a Sober Education. It is a beacon in the recovery community and shows the power of peer support. These kids, every single one of them, fight every day against the social stigma of substance use disorder and the peer pressure of social media. The stigma around substance use disorders creates a deep-seated shame and guilt for those suffering and for those in recovery. Secondhand trauma is a real presence and one we as navigators live with every day. These teens have gone through some very traumatic experiences, and my heart breaks for them. But at the end of the day, my service is so fulfilling and so rewarding. I walk alongside these teens as they learn and grow, sometimes slip and fall, always get back up again, and navigate the crazy world of being a teen in recovery. With the Fern's stance on abstinence, it's not uncommon at Pease that a student is here one day and gone the next. I can only live with the understanding that this disease is cunning and baffling, but my work is planting seeds, and I have done all that I can. As a Recovery Corps navigator, we provide the additional layers of support that these youths so desperately need. Now, I won't lie, I am exhausted. Teens are it's a crazy time in their life. I've helped my students get jobs, finish high school, apply to college, find housing, navigate breakups, and cope with a world that can be somewhat cruel and confusing. I'm watching the walls come down as these students relearn how to become productive citizens without substance use. The environment is full of hope because many of these students weren't sure they'd even survive their disease, let alone go to college, and now that's their reality. Individuals who are in recovery from substance abuse are some of the strongest I have yet to meet. Every person deserves empathy and understanding as they walk their path of recovery, and no one should do it alone. I serve because I want to stand next to these individuals as an ally and a person of support. I hope to create a space free of guilt, shame, and judgment while helping individuals flourish and live their best lives free from the burden of addiction. I have gained more as a member of AmeriCorps than I could have ever anticipated. Every day I'm assured that a year of service was the right choice. I get to wake up with purpose, passion, and excitement. I learn something new from the students and staff at Pease every single day. I have developed relationships with the students that allow me to be a support in their time of need, but also in their time of joy. I'm able to provide them with resources to build their recovery capital and encourage them along their journey, and that to me means the world. This program is a shining light in my recovery as well. I knew I wanted to give back what was so freely given to me, and serving in Recovery Corps was the best thing I've done for my own personal recovery. Service is my recovery plan, and I wouldn't change a day of my service for anything. Every day is a new experience. I live a life that I love, a life that is productive and healthy and built upon a foundation of service, and active recovery is the only way. Thank you for having me here today. I am truly grateful, and I am humbled, and thank you so much for your service.